Hey everyone, it's Jenny. Welcome to Mommy's Crime Time. This is just a quick update of some new developments in the Evelyn Boswell case. Evelyn is the 15-month-old little girl who is missing from Blounteville, Tennessee. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you guys about what's going on now, and I kind of want to touch on some information, then I can get to more of, what's going on actually today in this case. Now, Evelyn is a little girl who was missing, as I said, 15 months old. She had been missing for 2 months before she was reported missing. Now, her grandfather, which is her mother, Megan, who also goes by Maggie, this is her father. He is the one who actually made the call that reported her missing. Maggie had told him that Evelyn was with CPS. He called them. They did not have her, so they reported her as missing to law enforcement. He had last seen Evelyn around Thanksgiving. And there have been other reports that she was last seen at the end of December, around the 26th. Now, law enforcement is not really going by this date because at this time, that date was made by family members, and we have learned that the family is not very reliable. The time frame that they are going on is early December because she was last seen by her babysitter around the 11th of December, and they do feel that this date is more reliable as it's not coming from the family or anyone involved in this investigation. Maggie had made several claims that were found to be untrue about the whereabouts of Evelyn. She told people that Evelyn was with her father for Christmas, which was not true. She told people that the father, Ethan Perry, who was in Louisiana, the military, that he had gotten temporary custody of Evelyn. She told others that CPS had taken her away. She expressed that she was caught up in a custody battle with her ex. She then went on to tell them that someone that she trusted had Evelyn. She came on the news on the 21st of February, a couple of days after she was reported missing, and she said, "Look, I know who she's with. I know who has her. I can't say who it is. I had a feeling if I reported her missing, this person would disappear." And of course, once they found out this was going on, they did disappear. Later that afternoon, there was a press conference where the Sullivan County Sheriff says that Maggie is not giving accurate information. It has been determined that she's told lie after lie after lie. And also, that exact same day, this was Friday the 21st, Maggie's mother, Angela, and her boyfriend were arrested in Wilkes County, North Carolina, as they were in the vehicle, the BMW, that had been released in the Amber Alert in regards to Evelyn Boswell being missing. This car was also reported stolen by the owner, who is part of the Wood family. The Wood family is the family of the guy that Maggie had been dating, Hunter Wood. Supposedly, she was buying this car for her mom, or in one report, she said he gave it to her mom. Of course, she tells all these lies. She can't keep up with them. But ultimately, the car was reported stolen, and they were found, but they did not have Evelyn with them. Now, on the 24th, Maggie decided to do another interview on the news, and in this interview, she says the person that has Evelyn was her mother, and that she had taken her to a campground in Mendota, Virginia, and left her there with someone. She says that she had withheld this information from the police because she was hoping that her mom would get Evelyn and bring her back. She made statements that if someone didn't go get her, she would go herself and get her daughter back, and that law enforcement was just not taking her seriously about this, and it was, upsetting her that they weren't considering that she's telling them where her daughter is. Of course, law enforcement did search these campgrounds in this area, and they found nothing. So on the same day, Angela, her mother, had been extradited back to Tennessee. Now, yesterday, the 18th, 18-year-old Maggie was arrested for giving false reports to law enforcement and held on a $25,000 bond. She also told News Channel 11 that she is pregnant and that she's unable to take a polygraph because she's pregnant. Now, law enforcement has told us that they never asked her to take a polygraph. It's never been mentioned to her. This is just another one of her lies. Her next court date is March 2nd at 1:30 p.m. Now, she's told so many conflicting reports that even at one point on the 18th, she told law enforcement that Evelyn was with her dad, and she was supposed to meet him the next day, which would have been the 19th, in a grocery store parking lot at 4 p.m. to get Evelyn. Again, this was another lie that she told. So nothing that she has said has been accurate, and the police have got very frustrated with her. So as I said, she was arrested. Now, her and her mother both are in the same jail together right now. So today, the breaking news is that there was a pond in Wilkes County, North Carolina. It's in the Shepherd's Crossroads community in Trappville, North Carolina. This pond, they received a tip that led them there. They said the tip came from North Carolina. They have received more than 570 tips, and each one has been checked out. Now, this pond is about 90 miles southeast or 2 hours away from Bloutville, where she was reported missing. The owner of this property is a family member of William McLeod, which is the boyfriend of Maggie's mom, Angela, also the one who was arrested with the BMW. Now, they did do a search of this pond, and it's kind of led to a lot more speculation because they had not been there very long. They said, from what you can see, it's a very large and murky pond. And they kind of abruptly stopped this. They stopped the search of the pond. Now, I'll tell you some speculation, some things that have been said in regards to this, some things that people on Facebook and other areas have said. That way, you know, now what I'm about to tell you is completely speculation. None of this has been said by law enforcement. There were reports floating around that before 1 p.m. today, Maggie had allegedly confessed that Evelyn was dead. There were people who were on police scanners that did hear a 1079. Now, in some places, 1079 means a coroner. The scanners did go silent after that. The live covers did go black. And there is another report that the boyfriend, William McLeod, the boyfriend of Angela, her mother, had told law enforcement where the body was. Now, again, that was all speculation. None of that was, was made to be accurate. This is just things that people had said, they had heard or found. We do know that the grandmother of William McLeod, who owns this property, she said that he showed up at her house wet and looking for money, telling her he needed to get out of town, and also saying his pipe broke. But what we do know at this point right now is that after the search of this pond, it has been ruled inconclusive. Inconclusive, my struggle with that is you weren't there very long. This is a pretty big pond. There are reports that it's at least 25 foot deep in certain areas. So is it inconclusive, or did they find something and they're not going to say anything until they do determine if it is or was related to Evelyn Boswell? So what we're trying to find out, did they stop this search? Did they stop searching the pond because it was getting dark? And because, it was right before dark that they stopped searching. Was it that they had low visibility in this water and they're going to go back and resume the search tomorrow? They never said that. They just said inconclusive. So that worries me, because you would think they would have said, no, we didn't find anything, we're not going back or whatever, but this was not said. Also, it's very worrying to me that it's right there on the property of the boyfriend, and they were found in this same, area when they were found with the car. Another thing I worry about is it was such a quick search. It was so fast. They weren't there but a couple hours, and they're saying it's inconclusive. They didn't find anything. We have heard reports of certain things being said on police scanners. So we do know that in other cases, for example, the Harley Dilly case, they did rule things as inconclusive at first, and then we found out that they did find something. So a lot of people, a lot of groups, a lot of us, we talk about all this and we go over different things. And what I'm finding is a lot of people are worried that they found it as inconclusive because, one, they were there a very short period of time. Two, the police scanners, what we heard. And three, if they did find something, say a body, they would have to make sure that it was the body of Evelyn Boswell. Maybe they don't want to release this information until they are certain that it was her. Did they find anything? They're saying no. But they're also saying inconclusive. They're not saying, no, we did not find anything. So this is troubling for me. I'm hoping that maybe they really didn't find anything. I just don't like saying inconclusive rather than no, nothing was found. Another thing that I have wondered about is this BMW. Why did her mother and the boyfriend have it? Was this BMW used to transport the body of Evelyn from Bloutville to wherever they took her? I don't know. This is, of course, speculation, so that I'm just wondering about this BMW. Was that vehicle used? If you're getting reports in the area where they were found, did they do something with her body in that area? I don't know. But the fact that it's been ruled inconclusive at this time means we know nothing, and we're not going to know anything unless they release anything else to us. As of now, they're not saying that they're going back. Maybe it was a wild goose chase. We know that pretty much everything that has been said thus far in regards to this case from the family has been considered, to be false, has not been able to be substantiated, and we know that 90% of it has just been Maggie telling random shit that has no, I mean, it doesn't matter. Whatever she says, I can't believe. But I have heard that that tip did come from North Carolina, not from anyone in Tennessee. And it was said that possibly the grandmother of William McLeod is the one who made that report because of him showing up wet and looking for money and wanting to get out of town. So at this point, we don't really know. All we know is that it seems more like it's a recovery effort at this time more than finding her alive, although law enforcement does say they want to bring her home alive. The question is she even alive at this point? And will anyone in this family ever crack and let us know? Now, I do know that there is a new Evelyns Law petition that is going before the state, making it illegal for parents to wait more than 24 to 72 hours to report their child missing. So again, if you waited more than 24 to 72 hours to report your child missing, you would be charged with that. Now, Maggie has also made claims that her mom, Angela, had threatened her, that she did not need to tell anyone about her taking Evelyn to Virginia. This is why she's saying she did not tell, because she thought her mother was going to bring Evelyn back, and that as soon as her mother found out about this Amber Alert, she freaked out and she fled. That led to her being captured in Wilkes County with that BMW. Maggie also says that her family are gypsies and that they are not in a cult. I guess there has been some people saying that they were in a cult. She says that is not true, that they are gypsies, but they're not the kind of gypsies that steal or kidnap children, although this is kind of strange. Now, like I said, she was arrested for the false reporting leading to this investigation being, impeded, held up, being all these wild things that they've been looking for that were not accurate. She has several social media accounts, and she was asked about this on the news, where she said that she has several because she breaks her phone a lot and she does not remember the password, so she has to make a new social media account every time. At this point, there is a reward for the return of Evelyn, and it is $58,950. This money has been donated by individuals, by local businesses. Also, the sheriff of the county donated $1,000 out of his own pocket. Again, we know she's pregnant, allegedly by the boyfriend who did an interview earlier in the investigation, Hunter Wood. He said that they only dated for a few weeks. It was nothing serious, and he never met Evelyn, although we have completely found that he lied, because there were pictures of him and Maggie on social media, days before this happened, so we know that they were still together. People had said that they were talking about marriage. They were building this house. She had even posted about this house. If you look at my last video on Evelyn, you will see all of these screenshots and things in regards to that. So right now, Evelyn is still missing. We still basically know nothing. We don't know anything more than we knew yesterday. All we know is that they have searched this pond. Sorry, my phone's vibrating, guys. This is kind of a spur of the moment, trying to do this quickly. But yeah, that we don't know more than we did yesterday. All we know now is they've searched this pond. We don't know if anything was found. They said inconclusive. So I am hoping that maybe the inconclusive means that they didn't find anything for real. Like, they really just didn't find anything. But unfortunately, it does seem more believable that maybe they did find something and they're just not telling us yet. That's why they said inconclusive rather than, no, we found nothing. So I'm hoping that we'll get more information today, tonight, tomorrow. Something more will come out. And if they did find nothing, I hope that Evelyn is safe. I hope that she's alive. I hope that if someone does have her, that she's okay. If that is not the case, I'm hoping that her body is found soon. I know this is a very, very personal thing for the investigators in the area, who have been working tirelessly and trying their best and following. 570 leads, guys, that is a lot to go after. And all of the lies that she has told, and just trying to be as thorough as possible to find this little girl. So, I don't know what is wrong with them. I don't know why they would rather just continue to lie. And if they're lying, then they're covering something up. If she was somebody somewhere, that person could have came forward by now and said, oh yeah, I got her, she's been with me. Or the grandmother, she did have her, she could say, yeah, I got her, she was with me, and we were just going for a drive, and we went to Virginia, we came back, whatever. But all of the lies and the secrets and the inconsistencies make it a lot more believable that something sinister has happened to this child, and that they are just trying to cover their own asses. Again, I hope I'm wrong. I hope she's somewhere and she's safe. But as I said, I'm very worried that maybe something bad has happened to her, and all of these lies are just a way to deflect or cover for whatever has happened. All I see and feel with this is Casey Anthony over and over and over is so similar to the Casey Anthony case where the child had been missing for 31 days before she was reported. And the family seemed, well, Casey's mother, she seemed to be covering for Casey a lot. So I don't know who did what. It seems like blame is being put on the grandmother by the mom, and I don't know what's what. But I am going to ask you if she is just pray for her. Hopefully she's alive somewhere. Hopefully we get some closure. We find her. Hopefully she's safe. As soon as more information is available, I will definitely update you guys. Thank you again for listening to Mommy's Crime Time, and have a great night.